Okay, next we are going to see about signals from master to slave. Okay, you just look at this slide that you'll get a clear picture about how the data is moving from the master side to slave side. We know that H clock is the global signal, H reset it's also another global signal. So in amba ahb bus architecture, everything will going to work with reference to this clock. Okay, and address, first signal is address, and control signals. In control signals they comprised h size, h prod, h burst, all those signals. We are going to see the detail of all these signals in forthcoming slides. Okay, just I'm telling control signals. And h write data, h ready, h read data. So these are all the main signals is enough to analyze the simple transfer between the ahb master to ahb slave. First look at here. First, with reference to this passage of clock, master x is putting its address and control signals. Okay, if it is a write operation, then the data corresponds to this address will come in second clock cycle. Okay, during that time you just look at here, the data for the first address is coming here, simultaneously the address for the next location is coming here. This is called pipelining operation. Are you getting now? Instead of wasting that bus address bus here, we are utilizing that address bus. Okay, so the data for this address will come in next clock cycle. Okay, so I hope now you may get a clear picture of pipelining concept. Next, this is a ready signal. We know that the ready signal is actually from the slave to master. Okay, this is, we can say, the acknowledgement signal from slave. If it is ready to receive the data, means it will make this this ready signal as high. If it is not ready during that moment, it will make it as low, so that what the master will do, it will retain the same address and the data. For example, you just look at here, in the third clock cycle, it is master detects that h ready signal is low. Okay, so that means what, the slave is not ready to receive that data at that moment. So what it is doing, master is retaining the same address for next clock cycle, and control signals also same for next clock cycle, and data also. Okay, so in the next clock cycle, slave is giving h ready signal as I. So that means now the slave has received the data. Okay, so that in the next clock cycle it may put another address. Okay, so this ready signal is actually a acknowledgement signal from the slave side. Okay, so far we have seen for write operation. If it is a read operation, then what will happen in the read data bus? For example, in the first clock cycle, as like in